What if I told you some dogs cost more than a luxury car or even a mansion? They're not just pets, they're status symbols for the elite. From $14,000 Samoyed to a $5.7 million wolf, you're about to meet the world's most exclusive dogs. Let's explore the top 10 most expensive dogs on Earth, and the last one will truly shock you. Number 10 is Samoyed, the $14,000 pet of the super rich. Don't let its pure white exterior and bright smile fool you. The Samoyed isn't just the cutest dog you'll ever see. This is the snow angel of the dog world, born in the harsh cold of Siberia, where they not only serve as companions but also pull sleds, herd reindeer, and keep humans warm through the sub-zero winter nights. It's a history of devotion that stretches back thousands of years, backed by DNA. The Samoyed's body structure is designed for the snow. Its tail curls up like a natural fur scarf, covering its nose as it sleeps. Its thick double coat, a silky undercoat and a protective outer coat, helps it survive the icy hellscape. But the price of perfection: uncontrolled shedding. During shedding season, your living room will turn into a blizzard unless you turn it into wool and weave your own sweater. Samoyed's personality is truly captivating, friendly, intelligent, playful, and people-loving. They don't guard their homes like ferocious dogs, but they will alert you with a sharp bark. High energy, outstanding intelligence, if not exercised and mentally stimulated, the Samoyed will redesign your home's interior. Health-wise, they have a lifespan of about 12 years, but you need to watch out for hereditary kidney disease, especially in males, and the risk of hip dysplasia. And their gorgeous coats can easily overheat, even in mild spring. Today, owning a living cloud Samoyed can cost you anywhere from $3,000 to $14,000, not counting the cost of care, premium food, regular salon grooming. But if you're willing to invest in a living symbol of Arctic luxury, it's a one-way ticket into the world of the most elite dog lovers on the planet. Comment Samoyed if you like this dog. You've met the smiling angel of the snow, but what if that angel turned into a vanishing Arctic warrior? Number 9 is Canadian Eskimo Dog, the $8,700 frost wolf that's vanishing from the world map. The Canadian Eskimo Dog, also known by its ancient name, the Kimik, is not a breed, but a living part of the Arctic's heritage. Brought to North America from Siberia by the Thule people more than 1,000 years ago, the Kimik is a warrior of extreme cold, bred to pull sleds, hunt, and survive in a world where humans rarely survive. But the current picture is not so rosy. As of 2018, fewer than 300 purebreds remain in the world, and that number hasn't gotten much better. Technology, disease, and indiscriminate breeding have driven this legendary breed to the brink of extinction. Today, owning a purebred Kimik isn't just $8,700, it's a matter of privilege, experience, and a long-term budget. You're not just buying a dog, you're becoming the keeper of a lasting piece of Arctic history. But don't mistake the legendary dire wolf for a cuddly family companion. Kimik are not meant for a downtown apartment or a quiet neighborhood. They're extremely alert, territorial, and quick to respond to any unexpected noise or movement. They're bred to be self-reliant, tough, and coddled, an instinct honed over thousands of years of survival in the snow. If you don't have a yard, patience, and a deep enough wallet, it's best to view Kimik from afar. But if you have all of those things, you'll be living next door to a wild spirit, a snowy ghost from the pages of history in the frozen north. A living treasure worth $8,700 and more. From the icy silence of the north, we now head to South America, where a white warrior hunts lions and boars. Number 8 is Dogo Argentino, the $8,000 white warrior that hunters fear. This isn't your average Sunday morning park dog. The Dogo Argentino, also known as the Argentinian Mastiff, looks like it came straight out of the Colosseum, but it's actually a product of science and will. In 1928 in Cordoba, Argentina, Dr. Antonio Nores Martinez created the breed with a single purpose: hunting wild boar and mountain lions. Over the course of his life, he bred 9 different breeds to create the ultimate hunting machine, the Dogo Argentino. With its muscular build, incredible speed, and boundless courage, the Dogo is the perfect blend of strength and endurance. It's not only the terror of South American wildlife, but has also become a legend in parts of Asia. But what's even more amazing, many people have adopted these energetic creatures into their homes as loyal companions. Be warned, though, Dogos are not for the faint of heart. They have a strong hunting instinct and can react violently if provoked or improperly trained. Many countries have banned the breed. If you're considering one, be prepared to invest seriously in training, socialization, and control. The price of a purebred Dogo: up to $8,000. If you're lucky, you can find one for $4,000, but finding a reputable breeder is no easy feat. And that's just the beginning. Medical expenses, training, food, and potential health issues can add up quickly. While generally healthy, about 10% of Dogos are deaf in one or both ears. Their short coats make them susceptible to sunburn, and eye problems like glaucoma are not uncommon. Don't think you're just asking for money, you're asking for a commitment. The Dogo Argentino is a monument to strength, loyalty, and ferocity. If you're brave enough, this will be the bravest companion you'll ever have. If not, watch this white warrior from afar, where it remains a formidable legend. But if you thought that dog was powerful, wait until you meet the one that once sold for nearly $2 million. Number 7 is Tibetan Mastiff, the $1.9 million lion who is a symbol of power for the super rich. If you've ever dreamed of a dog that could stand up to a lion and not back down, meet the Tibetan Mastiff, the ancient warrior from the Himalayas. Native to the high mountains of Tibet and Nepal, this breed is more than just a pet, they're fearless protectors. Bred to guard livestock from the fiercest predators like wolves, bears, and even leopards, the Tibetan Mastiff is the definition of strength and loyalty. A full-grown male can weigh over 150 pounds, sporting a thick, lion-like mane around his neck and shoulders that makes any intruder flinch. This majestic appearance not only makes them stand out from the crowd, but has also made the Tibetan Mastiff a status symbol, especially in China, where a puppy once sold for $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $2 million for a dog. Even if you don't go that far, you'll still need to budget between $3,000 and $10,000 for a purebred. And the costs don't stop there. With their massive size and regal coat, Tibetan Mastiffs are food-hungry, requiring care, plenty of space, and regular high-end grooming services. Small apartments. Forget it. Temperament-wise, they're loyal, calm around the house, and generally quiet until something really serious happens. But they're not for the novice dog owner. Highly independent, resistant to harsh discipline, and extremely sensitive to family emotions, the Tibetan Mastiff will intervene if it senses a tense atmosphere in the home. When prices became too high for locals, the breed nearly disappeared. But global demand, especially from the upper class, has brought them back, not as snow-capped mountain warriors, but as luxury pets among mansions and supercars. Today's Tibetan Mastiff is more than just a dog. It's a living statement of wealth, power, and dominance. Comment Tibetan Mastiff if you like this dog. From lion-like giants to royal teddy bears, this next dog ruled palaces with silence and style. Number 6 is Chow Chow, the $11,000 royal teddy bear. At first glance, the Chow Chow looks like a living teddy bear, but don't let its soft fur fool you. This is one of the world's oldest dog breeds, with a history that stretches back millennia, originating in northern China. Once the emperor's companion, the Chow Chow was bred to hunt, herd, pull carts, and guard the imperial palace. With its lion-like mane and distinctive blue-black tongue, it exudes a majestic, powerful, and mysterious aura that captivates those around it. However, behind that adorable exterior lies an independent, sometimes aloof personality. The Chow Chow is not the type of dog that jumps up when you come home. They are selective about their affections, often forming deep bonds with only one or two people in the family, and are wary of strangers. Therefore, early socialization is a must. Without proper training, Chow Chows can be overly alert, even aggressive. But with proper training, they become quiet, fiercely loyal, and very noble guardians. So how much does one of these furry gentlemen cost? Prepare yourself. A purebred Chow Chow from a top breeder can cost you up to $11,000, and that's just the entry fee. Long-term care costs can easily exceed $20,000. With their thick, dense coats that attract dirt and retain moisture, Chow Chows require regular grooming. Rough-coated dogs need to be brushed daily, while smooth-coated dogs need to be brushed at least weekly. And don't forget about skin folds and deep-set eyes, where infections can develop if not properly cared for. Additionally, the breed is prone to hip dysplasia, entropion, and dermatitis, all of which make this fluffy bear a serious investment. The Chow Chow isn't for everyone, but for those willing to spend the money, be patient, and appreciate the extravagance, it's a living symbol of class and royalty. But what if your dog wasn't just royal, but part wild wolf? Meet the $5.7 million mystery that shocked the world. Number 4 is the $5.7 million wolf, Okami, the legend of the wilderness and the rich empire. The story of wolf hybrids began in England in 1766, when a male wolf is said to have mated with a dog described as resembling a Pomeranian, though very different from the modern Pomeranian. The unusual combination produced 9 puppies, one of the earliest records of wolf hybrids in history. They became a prized possession for aristocrats, displayed in zoos and mansions as symbols of power and mystery. Wolf-dog hybrids often occurred when a wolf's habitat was disturbed, or when a pack was lost, when its predatory instincts receded in favor of a more sociable personality. The result was a creature that was both wild and loyal and intelligent, a breed that was difficult to control but also fascinating. And then all definitions of dog value were shattered when Kitab Okami was born, a wolf hybrid that sold for a record $5.7 million, becoming the world's most expensive dog. Okami is a cross between a North American wolf and a Caucasian shepherd, a giant breed known for its strength and loyal guarding. At just 8 months old, Okami weighed 160 pounds, stood 30 inches tall, and had a head-turning appearance. Okami's new owner is S. Sausage, a renowned dog breeder from Bengaluru, India, who owns more than 150 rare breeds. But he's more than just a breeder. He's turned his dogs into a personal brand. Okami has walked the red carpet at a movie premiere, gone viral, and been hired for public appearances for up to $11,000 for a few hours. What makes Okami so priceless is not just his mythical stature or his coat as thick as the northern mists, but the fact that he is the first dog of his breed ever to be sold publicly. A rare living creature, a symbol of the super rich and the intersection of wild and civilized. Sausage didn't just buy a dog, he brought attention, a living legacy, and a global media sensation. From primal wilderness to European palaces, the next dog may be tiny, but it once warmed the laps of dukes and duchesses. Number 3 is Löwchen, the $12,000 little lion, the mystery of Europe's supreme aristocracy. The Löwchen, or little lion dog, has a mysterious aristocratic history dating back to the 16th century. Ancient paintings from that period depict tiny dogs, trim dogs, in the style of lions, though historians still debate whether they were actually Löwchen or just fashionable bicons. Despite their somewhat obscure origins, the Löwchen's mark on European nobility is undeniable. They sat on the laps of counts and dukes for hundreds of years. By the 19th century, the Löwchen was firmly established in the area that now borders Belgium, Germany, and the Netherlands. It is believed that the ancestors of this breed came from Tibet, mixed with local breeds, bringing intelligence and special beauty. However, it was not until the end of World War II, when Madame Bernards in Belgium initiated a breeding program and cooperated with veterinarian Dr. Rickard, that the Löwchen was truly saved from the brink of extinction. In 1968, this proud breed expanded to England and America, officially changing its name to Löwchen. Today, the Löwchen is still on the list of the rarest dog breeds in the world, even considered in danger of extinction. The small number of purebred puppies has caused the price of a purebred puppy to skyrocket from $6,000 to $12,000. But dog connoisseurs affirm every penny is worth it. Partly because of the classic leonine cut, the hindquarters and tail are shaved, leaving the rest of the hair long like a lion's mane, both elegant and functional, keeping their ancient owners warm and protected from fleas. Löwchen come in a variety of colors from cream, silver, white, sable to brindle. The coat can change color over time, creating a rainbow of colors within the same litter. In terms of temperament, Löwchen are playful, intelligent, and deeply affectionate. They love life with people, do not tolerate loneliness, making them great friends for children and getting along well with other pets. Some are energetic, some are quiet, but overall this is a dog with an aristocratic demeanor but close, sparkling, and full of life. Now prepare for glamour with Grit, a queen in silk who once hunted leopards across the mountains. Number 2 is Afghan Hound, $7,000 queen with a leopard hunting history and runway beauty. At first glance, the Afghan Hound looks like it stepped out of a fashion show, long, silky hair, a soaring gait, and a knowing look in its eyes. But don't let that alluring appearance fool you. This breed was bred to fight in the high mountains of Afghanistan, Pakistan, and northern India, hunting gazelles, deer, and even leopards. There are stories of a single Afghan taking down a leopard, holding it by the neck until it broke its bones, a tale that only comes from fairy tales, but also reflects the strength and bravery of the breed. Their thick coat isn't just for show, it's armor against the cold of the highlands. Their ability to run fast and change direction quickly made them unrivaled hunters in ancient times. But in the 20th century, the Afghan Hound moved to the catwalk, appearing in magazines, strutting in dog shows, even on the arms of celebrities. By the 1970s, they had officially become a symbol of luxury and style. Now, owning an Afghan is like having a furry supermodel in your home. However, to maintain that beauty, you need to groom it daily. Without it, the fur coat will become a bird's nest. And these dogs know they are beautiful, independent, sometimes even proud like cats, will not be stupid enough to obey orders if not treated properly. As for the cost, you need to prepare at least $7,000 to own a purebred. Then the real costs begin. Afghans are susceptible to diseases such as cataracts and hyperthyroidism, which can cost up to $3,000 to treat, not to mention food, grooming, regular health checks, and medications. But if you love wild history wrapped in noble beauty, the Afghan Hound is the perfect choice. A living piece of ancient memory, loyal, noble, and always shining wherever it goes. And finally, a dog so divine it was believed to walk with pharaohs until modern science revealed a stunning twist. Number 1 is Pharaoh Hound, the $7,500 god dog that makes the rich go crazy. At first glance, the Pharaoh Hound looks like it stepped out of an ancient Egyptian painting, and for years people believed it was true. With its proud demeanor, shiny red coat, and sculpted erect ears, many believed it was the breed that hunted alongside the pharaohs. Images of hounds carved on tomb walls were taken as historical evidence. But then modern science debunked the myth. DNA showed that the Pharaoh Hound did not come from Egypt, but from Malta, where it was used by farmers to hunt rabbits in limestone fields. But that doesn't make the breed any less appealing. The Pharaoh Hound is the pinnacle of speed, agility, and haughty beauty. It uses not only its razor-sharp eyes, but also its hearing and smell to track its prey. Today, the Pharaoh Hound is still a star at dog sports like lure coursing and agility trials. While he looks like a living work of art, he can also be surprisingly goofy. He loves to run, do somersaults, and suddenly speed around the room as if he's being chased by a ghost. The Pharaoh Hound's majestic appearance makes everyone turn their heads. But the interesting thing is that when excited, his ears and nose turn pink, as if he's blushing, a real phenomenon, extremely rare in dogs. However, to own such a living idol, you need to be willing to spend about $7,500 just for the puppy. And that's just the beginning. The Pharaoh Hound requires proper nutrition, regular exercise, and regular medical care. Don't let his slim figure fool you. Caring for this breed is a luxury reserved for those who understand the value of exclusivity. Which of these luxury dogs would you choose if money wasn't an issue? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Like this video, subscribe so you never miss a new story about the world's most fascinating people. Thanks for watching.